Today we have incredible energy. This energy has the power to unlock our dreams, our desires. It's urging us. It's urging us to dream it, to articulate, to use our voice, our words, in what truly matters. Okay, so it's a time when our thoughts will seem sharper, our words will carry more weight, our ideas will have the power to inspire collaboration, action. So, whether we are experiencing a heartfelt conversation, maybe a brainstorming session today, maybe we take the time to write down our goals because the energy invites us to connect our inner goals, our dreams, our desires with our reality. Now, we need to be mindful today of overthinking or speaking impulsively. Focus on clarity. Ask yourself, how can I use my thoughts, my voice, my words to bring me closer to my goals? And who could I share these ideas with to create them by myself, with others, and make them real, tangible, and a part of my reality going forward? So join me as we embark on a journey of self-discovery. We will gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy and move forward today and every day. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. I send it right back to you. Welcome to your daily focus for December the 5th, 2024. So today we have the energy of the 5. The 5 energy is about letting our inner expression flow. It's about allowing our creativity to flow. It is about creating happiness and joy and giggles and laughter in the present moment. And if we look at the daily numerology, it would be a 3 plus a 5 plus an 8, which gives us a 16. So awakenings can happen on a day like today. All of a sudden we get the clarity, okay? And our minds are on fire, so yes, we could definitely get the clarity, the understanding, the knowledge that we needed in order to pursue that dream, that goal, that desire with the strength, with the passion. One plus 6 is a 7, and that is about creating harmony, beauty, love in our environments, in our relationships, bringing in balance. When we look at the astrology, the sun is in Sagittarius, and our moon moved into Aquarius just prior to the stroke of midnight last night, Eastern Standard Time. So that's why I didn't mention it, because it really didn't have anything to do with the day's energy. But now we have it strong and bold. The sun conjuncts Mercury. Now, before I go into explaining this vibrant, beautiful, mental kind of energy that we'll be experiencing today, I'm going to give you a heads up, okay? Because tomorrow Mercury will square Saturn. So Saturn will hold us accountable for all that we thought, all that we said, all that we did today. So make sure that you are grounding yourself in the practical, in the doable. Okay, Sun conjunct Mercury. Now Mercury's in retrograde. So don't be too quick to carve anything into stone under this energy. We will probably be revisiting it at a later date with a little bit more of clarity and understanding as what we actually want to do going forward, where we want to put our energy and how we want to place our energy. Now, in saying that, today is a day when we want to speak our truth. We'll be more capable to share a thought. And when we do it, we have a confidence within us, a clarity. This is a day to network, to collaborate with others, to brainstorm ideas, but we have to be cautious, okay? Because our words are on fire, so we could speak too quickly. We could interrupt others. So make sure 2 ears, 1 mouth. Use accordingly, please. Pardon me. But using your words, using your voice, write a blog, journal, attend a workshop, a seminar. It's a time when we can look at our strategies and organize them to refine our priorities. We stand at a point where, Mercury and the Sun conjunct. They come together in the sky. So it is about, clarity and possibility. They connect here. It's where a vision begins to align with the path forward for you. This energy thrives on honest expression, creative problem solving, and the courage to share your dream with another. It's just not about thinking big, although we want to think big. It's about thinking big together. Finding like-minded individuals and gathering insights from them and gaining more clarity and depth. Weaving ideas into plans. Okay, so if you've been waiting for the right moment to start, to communicate, to collaborate, now is the time to harness this dynamic flow. This is your opportunity to turn a fleeting thought into a tangible outcome for yourself. Okay, cards. I look out my windows and it's white. The snow has come. We didn't get hit as bad as some areas. Some areas where, people were stuck on the road for 30, 40 hours. They had it was 4.5 feet of snow just dumped right on top of them. They couldn't go anywhere. And some of them without food and water. And oh my goodness, can you imagine? So, but it is white. It is cold. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is our underlying energy. And this card I just said this card hasn't come out in forever and a day. And here we are getting it twice practically in a row. Was it yesterday? I can't remember. Anyways, within the last couple of days. Absolutely, we had this card come out. And it was towards the end. And now it is our underlying energy. So, it goes to show you that the cards do keep, this energy is going to be ramping up. And then it's going to be full blown here. Right? But we're going to feel the tingles of it when it's in the first place. Where is your focus? What are you focusing on? Is it your path forward? Is it somebody else's agenda? Is it on your dreams, your path, the goals, the desires, the wants that you have in your life? Are you in some way in alignment with going towards those? So how do we use our words today would probably be the question here. How do we use our words today, or our imagination for that matter, to spring us forward, to catapult us into being able to keep that direct focus, attention on our dreams, our goals, our abilities that we want to growing our abilities, the things that we want to step into. We stand beside this crop. We're very proud of our accomplishments here. So this card could also be denoting, because we do have some planets in retrograde right now, that, we're looking at the past and how we've accomplished other things with great magnitude. And we're not really sure how we even did it, maybe, when we look back on how did I bring that all together, but you did. And so you have the wisdom within you. You just need to tap into it. It's about looking backwards to see who you have become. Okay? And not building your future on a past version of you, but rather the new and improved, because every day we wake up new and improved. Whether we feel it or not. Some days I feel I'm going in the opposite direction, but Every day, really. Page of Pentacles is our first card out of the deck, okay? We don't need to know all the fine details of our journey forward. Okay, this is dreaming it big. Obviously, we are holding this giant coin in our hand as we are looking at it. We see in our vision what could possibly be in our life. You know, maybe a beautiful relationship. Or a job that's not a job. It's more like a career. It's more like a lifestyle. It's your family away from home. Maybe you're doing something in the community to make it stronger for everybody. A safer, more beautiful place to live. You know, this is about those ginormous dreams where we make our mark. We're remembered for it, or it continues long after we're gone because of what we started, the ripple that we started. And that could be a ripple as easy as, you know, every day saying, I love you to the people you love. It's such a natural thing for me to say I love you. Some people never hear it. Some people never say it. Maybe you should. But that's my little habit, okay? And I'm hoping that ripple, and I noticed that with my kids and everything, they're more apt to say it before I am now. Because I started that ripple effect in their life. And they'll continue it with their partners and their children. And maybe their friends. Their close friends. The smallest thing can start the biggest ripple. We have a lot of fog there in between the mountain and the shoreline, so we're not going to know exactly how we're going to put it all together and make it happen, but we are buying into the idea that it could happen if we wanted it to. If we desired it enough. If we had a true passion for that. So growing the dreams big. And not, and we're just looking at the big picture here, okay? And our minds will come up with the steps that we need to start taking. How we need to align our actions, our thoughts, our words to the big picture. We have the Death card. It's time to tear down those walls. It's time to trust again. It's time to believe in yourself and your dreams. Your vision of your tomorrow. It's time to step into celebrating each day. Celebrating yourself. Celebrating your ideas, your thoughts. Okay? Your inner child sits there awaiting you to drop that weapon, to throw that shawl off, that blanket off, that cloak off. And to dance and turn around. To allow ourselves to tantalize, I hear tantalize, with the feeling of freedom, of liberation, of owning this moment. And to allow your self-expression to flow freely, to allow your voice to stand, for you to stand tall through your voice, I should say. Okay. And we have the Chariot. Okay, with the Chariot, I want you to really understand something here. Whenever you see the Chariot, I'd say 9 out of 10 decks do not have any reins on those horses. They might be two figures, but they vary in some way. One's all black and the other one has the white stripe. And so it's almost like it's different parts of us having to be in alignment with where we truly want to go. Maybe it's our thoughts over our actions and how they have to work together. And when we understand how we can take our thoughts and make them into pure action, that's when those horses come together, because we are now aligned and we can go forward. So, and they will pull our chariot through, but we don't use reins. We use our alignment to tell them that we're ready. So if we are too far off in fantasy land, the one's trying to pull us this way. And if we're too rigid in trying to make a new move, then the other one's going this way. But when we can align our thought with our action, that's when we streamline. So until we really have a sense that we know exactly what is the next step, or I shouldn't say it that way. I don't want you to sit there and, in the freeze frame until that happens. But, I think we're going to be revisiting this. So it could be almost more of a playful kind of energy for us to try some different things, to talk to some new people, to, swap stories and stuff like that, to get a better or meditation or journaling so that you can, or go in and have a conversation seemingly with yourself. To understand, this is what I want. In order for me to get that or even go in that direction, I need to evolve this in my life. I need to change this. I need to tweak this. I need to leave this in the rearview mirror. And when we start to figure those things out, then the action has flow to it. And we want the flow of those horses to guide us down the right path. Now it's foggy here. It's dark. We want to wait till the sun comes out. We want to wait until the fog lifts. So we want to wait until the clarity does come in. On a day like today, the clarity can come in and we can go fast forward, okay? This is ready to move forward in some way. But we hesitate, and we hesitate for good reason. We want to make sure that whatever we're agreeing to, whatever we are stepping into, whatever we are voicing is the truth, is a part of who we are, our goals, our dreams, our integrity. Because remember, Mercury is going to be getting up with in a square with Saturn tomorrow. And Saturn will hold us accountable for our dreams and our plans for our tomorrow. So we just need to hesitate, I think, a little bit on how we're going to try some things out. But I don't think we need to overthink it. I think overthinking it would kind of completely flatten this kind of energy. We have an idea. Let's give it a try. Worst case scenario. Didn't work. We'll try something different. Culmination of Vision 35, which is an 8 energy, which is about growing our stature, growing our prosperity. We just recently had this one, did we not? Take time to take positive action towards your goals and dreams. Be adaptable and fine-tune any of the details of what you are creating. Reflect on your desires. Make sure your attitudes and beliefs are in alignment with what you wish to accomplish. Let go of any aspect or quality that no longer fits what you intend to accomplish. I love it when it paraphrases everything I've just said. How long have we been sitting here? Almost 20 minutes. It took me to say that. Okay, that paragraph there. So... oh my goodness. Okay. Our animal is, look at this. The phoenix. Take flight. Yeah, we don't want to overthink it. We want to put some kind of action in there, I think. Okay, and it doesn't have to be grand. It can be something small, like just saying I love you to somebody every day. Okay, Phoenix, opening up the door for somebody every day. Saying good morning to the first person you see instead of grunting by them. Little things like that. It's amazing how that will change into something really magical and beautiful in your life and the lives of many. Okay, take flight. Newness, rebirth, change, and vividness. When once you have tasted flight, you will always walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward. For there you have been, and there you will always be. Phoenix is helping you shed your old ways in order to prepare you for a new life, one that you have been waiting for. You are on the verge of wonderful. This is a time of rebirth. In order to ready you for your next flight, you could be frightened, as you may have to let things and people go from your old life, but the end result will be well worth it. That could be the 16 energy as well, okay? I didn't mention that, but usually there is a part of our world that seems to fall away from us. You may be on the verge of a spiritual awareness. Your dreams, both in sleep and in waking, may be more vivid than normal. You may actually be visited by those who have crossed over. They could have messages to share with you on the next step within your life. And when you feel a sense of hopelessness, know that you're not lost, but just you're in a hanging pattern. Be open and receptive. That new horizons stand ready and waiting. Go deep within and seek spiritual guidance through meditation, counseling, talking with friends, and this will help you see your world in a new light. You have a unique path. Trust and release your fears now. Align yourself with the knowing that all is well. Start a dream journal. Keep it on your nightstand and write down both your conscious and subconscious dreams. So be the phoenix rising out of the ashes. Emerge towards your new life. Color outside the lines. Step outside the comfort zones. Push yourself into new ways of perceiving things, new ways, bring in learning, bring in opportunities for yourself. Look for those opportunities. They're all around you. If you start to look, if you start to define it, it'll start to show up. It's like when you say you want that Ford F-150 sitting in your driveway. All of a sudden, that's all you can see on the road is F-150s. So if you start saying to yourself that I'm ready for the opportunity, I'm ready for the adventure, I'm looking for the adventure is waiting for me. I'm ready to step into the adventure now. When you start saying that on a regular basis, guess what happens? You start to notice some adventures showing up in your field of vision. Your horizon expands. Okay, so go to some of those affirmations I asked you to make at the beginning of the Sag energy, the beginning of the new moon energy as well. I probably would have mentioned it. Look for the opportunities, the adventures. Change your mindset to one that is positive. Take those ideas, write them down, and start to make a doable plan towards accomplishing and succeeding. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.